Arkansas State with the early 1-point lead as we see first-year A-State head coach Grant McCaslin. 17 wins you see there. Now gives him sole possession of the school record for wins by first-year head coach in Arkansas State history.
Hey, we could document him for weeks. He has run one fabulous job with this program along with his assistant coaches. And I think the big thing that he's gotten these guys to do is respect ASU and to play hard. They really come every night and leave it on the floor, Brad. It's really interesting to watch them play.
Here's the senior Colton Ray St. Sincere at the free throw line. He misses the first, came in a 76% free throw shooter, so a rare miss for that young man. He ties the game at 7 with the second.
Yeah, he looks, say 6'5", 195. Gosh, he just looks taller than me. He looks like he's 6'7" or 6'8".
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, play forward, handle the ball. He's going to take a rest after that free throw. Okay, we're going to zone this time for Coach Ellis and the Chanticleers.
Near steal by Shaw. Arkansas State across for A-State.
Still in the zone. Good look inside.
They lost Tomas Bruce right under the rim. And
yeah, and you know who finds people that are lost, don't you?
Exactly right, Dante Thomas.
Dante Thomas may be as good as anybody in the country at finding open people, the pass, the alertness. He's just extremely quick with the ball. Sees everybody.
Devin Sims the rebound. He turns and pushes.
Got intimidated by Tomas then.
Sims drops it off for Bruce, who finishes at the rim.
Great move, looked inside. I'm amazed how many times he gets in the air and looks and sees and feels and gives it to the right guy who can finish.
Now a 15-7 Arkansas State advantage. The Red Wolves have scored 8 straight. It's a 12-1 run over the last 3.5 minutes.
Playing on both ends really well right now, the Red Wolves are. Both teams playing pretty nice. Unfortunately for the Chanticleers, they can't get the shot to go down.
5 on the shot clock. Wiggins on the run. Hangs, no. And a whistle, and the foul's going to go against the Chanticleers. It said it'll go on Siobhan Wiggins.
Tried to do a little too much. We see here a nice feed by Devin Sims into Tomas Bruce. Again, how do you get in the air and know where everybody is? He just has that nose, that knack, the ability to do that, as we saw that replay.
Joseph Williams-Powell actually picked up that foul inside. That is the 3rd team foul against Coastals. Arkansas State. Lindsey got the high ball screen, then Bruce right down the paint, fouled on the way up. He'll head to the line after a little break in the action. So Arkansas State has come out with its shooting stroke. The Red Wolves have hit 5 of 6, and Arkansas State leads Coastal Carolina by 10. Coastal able to clear out the rebound. Lebenowitz into the front court.
Very unusual when Sims doesn't even at least hit the glass. Very unusual. He's one of the best I've ever seen at doing that.
Here's Elijah Wilson to Lebenowitz, and he traveled before trying to dribble through a double team.
Yeah, we've seen that 3 or 4 times tonight. I'm not seeing this many teams. We see here Rashad just pulling back. He knew he had to shoot it. Nothing but bottom. Good job by Rashad Lindsey.
Thomas gets the basketball. No look inside for Simmons. He blew the layup, got the rebound, and finished it. He's taking dimes away from Dante.
Well, it's unbelievable. Dante sees him. He's wide open. I think he got a little, where is everybody type mode. You see a timeout called by Coach Ellis, which is a much needed timeout, and did follow up with his miss and get it back in the hole.
Pushes the lead back to a dozen, and Cliff Ellis does use a timeout here. As you see a look-away pass for Dante Thomas. Jemiah Simmons would love to get that first one back, but he stuck with it and finished inside.
No question. When you pick high for Dante Thomas on Dante and nobody helped down, the reason why they don't help down is they don't want 3 shot against them.
I know Grant McCaslin, when he came in here, this roster had 5 players on it. He filled the rest of the roster with a lot of nice pieces, but as a first-year head coach, it sure is nice to start things out with a senior point guard like Dante Thomas.
And how about Kevin Carter to go along? 2 seniors.
Yep.
You know, I've said all along, if you play well and you have a good year, it's because you're chance. You got a timeout. You know what's going to happen if you're guarding, defending the Red Wolves. They're going to try to keep it in Dante's hands, come off a pick roll, and force action, and he's going to distribute the basketball. I'll be shocked if they don't do a little something different. Coach Ellis, being the old bird he is on that sideline, I can assure you, I'll be shocked if he doesn't do anything different.
Devin Sims to inbound. They chase Dante Thomas into the backcourt. He comes back across as the clock hits 10.
Approach that guy off the screen. So 4.2 seconds, plenty of time to get a good shot off for the Chanticleers.
Gave Simmons a second foul here with just 4 seconds to go in the half, and so Grant McCaslin will make some changes to the lineup.
Yeah,
Dante Thomas will sit down.
Smart move. Let's get Dante over on the side so that he doesn't pick up a silly foul.
Final seconds of the half. Here's Shaw down the paint, flips it up ahead of the horn. They'll count it. And Jalen Shaw trims the Arkansas State lead down to 10 at the half. I'm sure they'll have another look at it, but it looked to be off in time.
I'll be shocked if they don't. We hadn't had any reviews yet, but you see right here, quick kick out. Good job.
A-State hit enough shots to have a 10-point lead at the intermission. Well, we'd already showed you Georgia State's win over ULM, and now in Statesboro, Georgia Southern has kept pace, winning another close ball game, hanging on to beat the Raging Cajuns. Now Arkansas State must win to maintain that three-way tie atop the standings.
If I got it correct, Georgia State and Georgia Southern are both 9-2 going in tonight, and after winning both those ball games. So in order for Arkansas State to stay tied with those two, they got to do the same thing tonight.
9-point Arkansas State lead with just under 12 minutes to go. Red Wolves.
During the timeout, Dante came back in, lead the club. Another quick shot by the Chanticleers.
Labinowitz misses for 3. Coastal knocks the rebound away. Last touch, did you see there by DeMario Beck, who's been active in this second half.
Isn't it amazing?
Pass deflected, now stolen by Carter. Down the sideline. Devin Carter had it tied up. Quick hands by Ray St. Cyr, and it'll stay with A-State on the alternating possession.
Yeah, I know the crowd didn't like that. From this angle, and I use that literally from this angle, it did look like a tie. We're going to see it right here. Yeah, you're going to call that. Ball is hands is part of the ball, according to definition. So in that case, you got to consider that a jump ball. It is ASU's basketball because of the shot clock possession. The possession error. For some help, and then see what happens from there.
Shaw misses inside, and Arkansas State the board as we play with 2:30 to go in this second half. Arkansas State lob ahead by Sims for Tomas Bruce, and if the Lindsey 3 wasn't a dagger, there it was.
Well, I can assure you, when you go help and you leave Tomas open, you throw it up, he's going to catch it and slam it. The key was the pass out of the trap. You noticed then, they came up. You see, Dante's fixing to be trapped. Devin Sims had the presence of mind just to lob it up because he knew he got help, and there's DeMoss all by himself. One-handed slammaroo.
Well, these guards have learned that it's fun to throw it around the rim for Tomas Bruce because he can flat go get it.
Isn't it amazing what 48 hours will do? 48 hours ago, this young man did not have a very good game against Appalachian State. I'm talking about Tomas Bruce. He's had a really nice game tonight. Left Wiggins wide open.
Off the mark, Lindsey the rebound. Bruce sits down with 11 points, 5 rebounds on a perfect 5 of 5 night from the field.
Going to take care of the basketball right here. Clock will be something they want to utilize. I'm sure that.
Breaking the action gives us a chance to look at Coastal Carolina's schedule. They'll head home at Arkansas State. After tonight, we'll become big fans of Coastal Carolina next weekend.
I bet they will, because they got Georgia Southern and Georgia State both coming to Conway, South Carolina, and we know that the Chanticleers are really, really hard to beat there. We witnessed that about a month ago. So, and then at Troy, at South Alabama, trust me, that won't be easy for Coastal, and then finish it up with Louisiana.
Arkansas State heads to Texas. That'll be quite a matchup Saturday down in Arlington.
All I can say is wow. That is really tough when you go to Texas this time. UTA's playing well. Texas State has had an unbelievable, I think, season. And Coach Casper, in my opinion, is one of the best basketball coaches in all the United States.
Key stretch for Arkansas State coming up. Games against the top half of the league and a home matchup with your in-state rival thrown in. This is the meat of the schedule for
February the 17th here on a Friday, Little Rock. It doesn't matter what the records are. It doesn't matter who the players are.
6 o'clock with 1:08 to play.
This will be a man's game. I'm not saying it hasn't been for the last almost 39 minutes. This will be a man's game the next minute 8, and you better take care of the ball or you're fixing to get hammered. When I say hammered, folks, I'm talking about you're going to get mauled. And if you don't take care of the basketball, they're going to put you on the free throw line.
Devin Sims actually looking for his first, well, actually his third point of the second half, and he got it to go there.
You know, I've never asked Coach Mack this question. I guess McCaslin, I need to ask him. If he could only have one player, who would it be?
Yeah, you get that from all the opposing
coaches.
I
need to ask Coach McCaslin that. And you know what? I'm not sure he would say 23 right now. I know Dante is his point guard, and, man, nothing pleases a head coach more than having a really good point guard.
Here in the second half. Trying to build on a lead, but put back to double figures, and he does.
Nice job of Devin Sims. That's 3 in a row to see the Red Wolves make some free throws late in the ball game. Even though I know the game's up to 10, it's still good to see him making some free throws.
Sims gets them both, and it's an 11-point lead in the final 40 seconds. Final 14 seconds with Arkansas State up by 10. By the way, the Red Wolves tonight, 4 players in double figures, and a 5th finishes with 9 points as Ray St. Cyr the rebound. Devin Sims probably just as served as he gets the final rebound in this one.
Well, he's had a great ball game. I think the Red Wolves did what they had to do, only having played 48 hours ago. I'm sure they're glad they were at home, Brad. And the Chanticleers, at least they split the road trip. That's what you want to do. When you have to go on the road, play 2 games, you want to at least try to get a split.
Arkansas State keeps the Sun Belt in a 3-way tie at the top. And for Nelson Catalina, I'm Brad Bobo saying so long from Jonesboro, where the final score is Arkansas State 67, Coastal Carolina 57. To watch this entire game on replay, as well as other games on our family of ESPN networks, log on to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.